Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're joining you here at the PIEA for our week number 2 of the playoffs, and big match coming at you with both titans of separate divisions, Carlisle versus CB South. So it's a big game coming up immediately. We see Carlisle on the left on starting that defense side. Meanwhile, CB South going on the attacking side. We see the compositions already locked in. Protein already both rocking that duelist, buying on the initiator. Lana Del Soleil, Drago playing those supportive roles in that sentinel and controller. We see on the other side, Verlier, Paladin, Magical ML, Spike, and Reaper all going to be locked in, and interesting compositions all around. Teo's going to be the only Teo from Carlisle, so nothing crazy from the side of CB South, running a pretty unconventional composition. Meanwhile, very meta. Both teams running that Raze and Jet, so really trying to get that extra firepower, and we'll see what they can make happen. And yes, we're going straight on in, and yeah, I mean, at this point, it is going to be really difficult to find a true winner, because both these teams have shown time and time again that they can be amazing. And I mean, obviously, you take just off of seeding alone, this is going to be the 3-side seed in Carlisle versus that 14 seed in Central Buck South. So, on paper, CB South having a very high ceiling that they need to climb over. However, Central Buck South was a part of the hardest division in the PIEA during the fall season, so they did not get that opportunity to make it to Elite Division. Despite that, I mean, Carlisle, in no discredit to them, they were probably in the easiest division by a long shot. So immediately we see a bit of presence being shown on C. Reaper's going to put up a one-way, but it will be disrespected with the side of CB South just walking straight on through it. Already rotations being seen from the defensive side of Carlisle, making their way double on B, triple on C, but already Protein's gonna be shut down, and it leads to a bit of a standstill with a halt from CB South, not able to get through without that raise. But Reaper finds the first, able to connect the headshot. Artie's going down. Reaper finds a second, but Drago will shut down, extend the bleeding a little bit, and one of those Slays able to pick it up where it was started. But Magical ML quickly and dismantles them with a great pistol round. That will be Carlisle going up 1-0. So already Central Buck South with a pretty rough start. We'll see whether or not they can bring it back. Now, Paladin, a player who really is so strong, going to be helping out on this A site along with Magical ML, and we do see, I believe that is going to be Verlier there. Yeah, and so that's 3 people up and ready for some aggression. However, it will not find too much. We see on that scoreboard, it's gonna be a lot of buys coming in from the side of CB South. They're trying to really just take control over that B site, take some close gunfights, and with how aggressive this loadout is looking compared to the kind of safe buy we see from their opponents, it should work out in their favor. Magical ML will be able to find one, but Spike does fall. Right now, though, we won't be able to get any much more. Plant will be activated, and now we do see this Omen kind of in a very isolated position. Magical ML trying to be going in aggressively. Going to be able to get the Gecko off of an angle, but Artie's going to be able to find the first. Magical ML comes back in, but will be instantly destructed. Reaper, last remaining player, having no time on his side. 7 seconds on, 7 health on the board, and Lana Del Soleil does eliminate them, instantly shutting it down. So that's a great idea from the side of CB South to go in aggressively with that light buy. And I think Carlisle was a little bit too happy after that pistol round, because they were able to take that. They did not buy up. I think they had like 3 pistols going into that second round, and it was just completely capitalized upon by the side of CB South. So after a very strong round number 1, it leads them to having to get into a bit of a round 2 that wasn't great for Carlisle. So now they are on a low buy. However, they do have some money left. Magical ML, though, not going to fully aggress into the round. Already finds the first, able to connect onto the head of Magical ML, shutting down that Marshall full shields. A great pick onto Magical ML, somebody who has been so impactful in this game so far, with 5 kills already on the board. Right now, it seems as if there's a little bit of an over-rotation from Carlisle. Nobody on the A site, completely free for the picking. However, Carlisle, they will have to worry about that, because Verlier going straight on over. That over-aggression will be equalized, and they're going to have 2 players on C still. However, they're starting to get a little bit more presence onto the other sites. However, this is C site. I mean, they still have 2 people over here, which rotations are starting to get pulled, as we can see by the jet starting to get out of the way. And after some of this util comes down, I'm sure some of the other players are going to start getting there. Drago barely having a corner to walk into. They do have the shrouded steps if they so needed. However, it won't be there. Bine's going to be able to get the plant down, leading to this post-plant situation going to be really favorable for the side of Central Bucks South. Drago just playing for this wall, and Wandel Slay's going to be able to connect the first. There's going to be a bit of an engagement with Wandel Slay connecting a second. Bine finds the third, and after that, it's going to be Carlisle down for another round. By the looks of it, Protein takes the kill. Reaper down for the count. Flawless round. And oh my god, CB South not having a good time. Oh, I mean, they didn't lose a whole ton of players there. So far, it was a flawless round, and Carlisle is going to be okay in this position. However, it will lead them to really want to try and change something up. I think... Ooh. I mean, that round 1 looked so good from them. And I think that might have just been a fault of CB South. When it came to just having a little bit of a rough time making their way through a site, it seems as if they've gotten a little bit more confident since then. And I love this from the side of Carlisle. They have their Raze and KO both inputted really far up into the A main. So Rubble control completely taken over. I think at this point you might want to have Magical ML just take a little bit more space to try and really suffocate him. But Paladin's going to be able to connect the first. No space needed. They're going to really take these tight angles and win it out. Tailwind gets activated and it will work out. Looking to get some more damage in. Paranoia will connect. However, they won't be able to aggress onto it. Spike gets the next. Able to connect the final. Possibly. Let's see whether or not they'll be able to get it. Obviously, the Teo drone will be able to connect. And Spike gets one. Drago finds a double. It's all up to Drago to make anything happen. They get an extra consolation pick. But it will be Carlisle to equalize the game. Going 2-2. CB South, they have 2 ultimates on the board, so it certainly could be a round they could win. The last one definitely didn't look amazing. It really was off the back of Paladin, who was able to find 2 kills, making it work so well. Coming into round number 5, it really is a situation where you want to replicate that if you are the side of Carlisle. And it seems like they are thinking the same exact thing with Spike and Verlier. You're both pushed really up on that A site. However, it seems as if CB South has different ideas. C site's going to be their ideology, and maybe it'll work out for them. Obviously, with Lana Del Soleil pushed up, it is a bad spot to be in, but already Teo... Oh, they don't spot him out, and Lana Del Soleil just kind of working up the map, possibly to push in. I believe they've been seen. Oh, Spike's still going to make some engagements, and no shots to really connect onto him, but even if they did, Regen Shield was there, so you really would have needed a head tap, and Spike's down. See what they can make happen. Oh, that is rough. Spike is gonna be shut down. Wandel Slay definitely not in the greatest situation, and Protein's gonna be able to find their way onto Paladin. Ult's coming through. Reaper's gonna be on the back foot, able to break the Dizzy, making something happen, and oh, Paint Shell goes, and it will slow down the engagement. However, that flank, it hasn't been seen just yet, especially with the turret, who I don't believe caught onto it. Reaper's going to be able to go and try and trade anything, but it won't just happen. It's going to be Lionel Del Soleil to shut down the round. Somehow they found out that flank. Wow. Guess there wasn't really a ton of time, so there might have been a situation where it got a little bit weird for him. Right now, though, Carlisle, they weren't in a terrible spot that round. They were able to make a good situation out of a bad one, especially with how there was a bit of a weak read on that A aggression, so they utilized a lot of utility just to not find a whole ton of value. Coming into round number 6, we see them doing the same exact strategy. So maybe they'll be able to make something work here. They got to get some magic, and they keep leaving the C site open for the picking. In Carlisle, they just haven't been able to fix it, so we'll see whether or not they're going to start reading into this. Obviously, CB South not afraid to make any noise. Smokes come out along with some utility. Here's CB South. They're going to run that fade, but instant rotations. Possibly. I mean, Reaper seems to be called out here. Not totally sure what's happening. Okay, they just tried to wait it out. I believe they were. Yeah, I think they should have TP'd top left. However, it's just some foresight. Oh, okay, Annihilation's going to be coming out, able to get a little bit of information. Bion finds the first on Spike, but Verlier able to trade it out immediately. Drago's sitting here, but Bion's able to find the kill. Getting a triple from Bion, and that's going to do it. A quadra kill from Bion. Secures the round. That's 4 eliminations on the board. And CB South is starting to pick it up after a weak round 1 and a relatively weak round 4. I mean, their wins have been looking really dominant. Their losses have been looking okay. They just gotta keep it up, because so far they have a lot of ultimates on the board. Unfortunately, it was a situation there where their post plant just looked a little bit better. I think it might have had to do it. Like, I don't understand what's going on, because it is a situation where I think Carlisle is leaving that C site open a little bit too heavily. This time they will be in a different situation where they're gonna bring Verlier over here, which I think it makes sense from a perspective of you want to try and play for long gunfights and not really play too aggressive on a main, because that is kind of what that raise is used for. You got the pain shells, and it really does help you in that scenario. But they're already leaving C once more. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about that. They kind of are being weak around it, which I think that's a reason why you kind of need something like a Sentinel on a map like Lotus, just because when you're not playing it, you do have a lot less pressure on the C site than one would like. Coming into this, reaggression over towards the A site. We do see the Omen inputted very heavily, possibly to find something. Drago not going to be able to catch out anyone, but this Omen inputted so heavily, trying to get something, and oh my god, they find one, trying to get a second, already down. That is a massive blow for CB South, and possibly able to get something more. Door's going to open. Oh, Protein in a really rough spot potentially, but they will be able to get on through. They could possibly look to get a pinch here with both the raise and the tail on either sides. However, we'll have to wait and see. Oh, okay, Drago's going to be able to find one. Protein able to get the next. Oh, man, Paladin. A dismantlement will be shut to a close. Paladin trying to get another. Peeking out. Looking to get some kind of kill. You need to equalize this if you are Paladin. We do see one of the defenders over on this C site. Not a lot of time in any regard. But despite everything, that Omen trying to go for an ult, but is going to be Verlier right here. But they don't cancel it. 3 seconds, no time on the board, and that's going to be round. Oh man, a little bit too slow to the punch. CB South will go down. Verlier trying to make something here, but it just won't happen. A great round from Carlisle, constantly holding them out of sight, and those lurks set up by CB South won't do them any good when it comes down to it. Coming in round number 8. CB South definitely trying to make some kind of change, because the From the Shadows from, I believe, yeah, that was Drago. It worked well. Oh no, Artie's been on off game. This is the carry for this team. Somebody who's been constantly putting up performances that you would expect to win. However, I don't know if it's Lotus, I don't know if it's just nerves or how that's working for him, but it really seems as if they're having a rough time. Paladin finds one, instantly traded. Artie's gonna hear me and instantly make me shut up. So definitely playing great stuff from them. Able to close out the Jet. Bion was a great player so far, and their ultimates shut down, taken offline. No more Thrash available. Certainly a rough scenario. Maybe you can make something happen. That rope will be heard. Reaper gonna try and get a blind down. Do they predict it? No, they don't. Already finds a triple. They've been on tear so far this game. But Spike trying to peek out, trying to get some shots. They will go wide, and they will ring out. Protein finds the last, and that's going to be an extra round going in the favor of CB South. This is the attacking side, obviously, the favorable side if you are playing a map like Lotus. So you really do want to get as many rounds here as you can before you really are going to be on a detrimental defensive path. And maybe you can make something like that work. Right now, 3 ults on the board for either side. They want to try and utilize these. Obviously, Showstopper, very impactful for both teams. Same with the Blade Storm. Especially the Blade Storm is going to be good if you are on the side of Carlisle, just due to the fact that you don't have a ton of money, and something like that is basically a free rifle. Yeah, instantly activated. Oh, and already forced out of 1, but a reset's going to be activated onto Artie. Oh, that was great stuff coming in. Look at this aggression. Protein getting called out. Magical ML is going to be able to find it. Verlier trying to go aggressive with the showstopper. Not able to find anything. Paladin on triple kill with the knives. It's all up to Londo Slay. Last remaining player. Able to shut down one, but so much left. They do hear the flank. They're going to be able to call out the drone. However, it's a two-person army. That firing squad will shut down the side of CB South for at least a couple rounds, trying to equalize this game. We'll see whether or not CB South can do it in the end. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. But they did drop 2 ultimates into it. They really invested in it, really worked in their favor, paying out dividends. Economy's going to be on their side now. Paladin with an operator in hand, trying to pilot this well on that C site. They're the anchor. And at this point, it really could go either team's way. I think... yeah, this is going to be the map pick of the side of CB South, so they really would have liked to win this. However, already's going to try and get this op offline, but Paladin's just been so good at keeping it alive. Thrash going to be active. Going to clear out the entirety of the C site. Ooh. Site's been taken. Seems as if a lot of players moving towards the door. Reaper trying to pull out an ultimate, but it is going to be difficult to really get this off. Oh, look at how many players are inputted up here. Door opens, trying to make something happen. Bayern finds a triple. How on earth? This is absolute monstrosity. There's the Protein going to be able to connect the last, and now it's all up to Reaper. Making the final stand, able to connect one. Bayern's gonna be able to collect a 4K, and off another false on. This is their second time this half alone. They've been able to dismantle. See whether or not they can do it again. A 7th and 8th would it be preferable? Ooh, it's gonna be really, really rough though. I mean, each and every time. Ooh, Carlisle's in a rough spot. They have a good read, though. They have 4 players on this A site. 1 guy over towards B. Paladin, that's enough to really hold the B site. I don't like how they keep doing this, though. I feel like their lack of C awareness is going to lead to them, like, losing more rounds. However, this time it will pay off. Another one gets found. Spike's able to get the kill. Protein able to get shut down. And Reaper trying to get some wall bangs, not to connect. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. They found 2 already. This round practically over. Seems like they're kind of predicting a C push. However, nothing will be over there. Seems like they might just want to try and re-hit A. I mean, we have the spike still over there. Oh. Lots of utility still. See whether or not anything's going to change off this. Oh, buy-in possibly to peek. Let's see whether or not they find it. Oh, and that's 140 connected, but no kill in sight. Oh, and look at this. We might be seeing another engagement too. Spike gonna be called out. I don't know if it was the tip of the barrel or what, but it seemed as if Drago had every intention of looking that way. 3v3 scenario. Bayern's gonna be able to get the spike down. But as we can note, Magical ML gonna be able to clear this completely. Flash going out. Paranoia is active. Slowing them for a second, but that halt will not last long. We do see the wingman about to come online, so it could possibly be a good post plant for him. Nano Swarm activated a little bit too early. Magical gonna be shut down. Bayern to find the kill. Paladin peeked, and Wandendel Slay will find Verlier in the top, trying to make their way in. Bayern's down. They will just get out, trying to shut down the economy. However, as we can note, not a whole ton to save. Certainly a half that favors Carlisle. Very little. I mean, if you're CB South, you've constantly been getting these rounds. I mean, I love how they've been playing this. They really just took advantage of the B site. They've been constantly aggressive, and it really will lead to a scenario where they can do this on the defensive half, I'd assume. I mean, I think that realistically Carlisle should have a better attacking side, just due to their lack of sentinels, and really just a flourishing amount of utility for a site entry, with both initiators being really aggressive in their capabilities, along with 2 really aggressive duelists. So certainly I think they won't have a problem entering sites, but it's going to be a scenario where can they keep the site? Because if you can play really aggressive, yeah, it'll work really well. But if you can't maintain that pressure, it could look to possibly not go your way. Artie's going to have a disconnect, unfortunately. Not sure what happened there. So it is a 4v5 scenario for at least a couple seconds. And Magical's going to be able to find their way onto Protein, trying to get that ult in. They will be able to shut it down, but Drago finds one. Spike going a little bit too aggressive there. And now, ulting in. Reaper's active. But they won't be able to find too much. At least not able to enter the site. Ooh, Reaper peeking out, really playing with danger here. Turrets goes down. It would have been able to one-shot them if they took a single connection. That 12 damage you get from all 3 bursts, certainly not going to be great, but it won't be allowed anymore. Bayern finds the first Paladin down, leading to Reaper trying to make an angle along with Verlier. The Operator shut down for a second. Moshpit's going to be able to put him in a real bit of a pinch, and wow, Artie wasn't even needed. The site was taken, and an 8th round converted. Second half, not sure what happened. Might check, see if they are in Discord, because, wow. Huh. Well, let's see. Okay. Well,
you can just pause the game. All good though.
Yeah, we should have.
well, we're returning once more. Round 1 already coming back. 4-4 already in the cards. Seeming as if Carlisle possibly in a rough spot once more. With the HP definitely not in their side, they gotta fix something. See what they can make happen, obviously. Over on the C site. Definitely looking as if Lana Del Soleil trying to make some kind of presence here and possibly to call anybody out. However, nobody to find. It really is going to be a scenario where Bayern finds the first interesting wallbang. Let's see whether or not they can get anything more. Trying to get something. Oh, takes the next. Going in, able to connect the flash, but it's a double flash. And Bayern peeks in. To no avail will they find kills, but they do find the damage for both on this cable. And this wingman instantly broke out. Not sure if it's stunned. They will just try and spray on through. First gets taken. Bayern playing their heart away and absolutely spraying through the fray. 4 kills on the board. 9 rounds. Yeah, this is... Ooh, this is rough. If you're on the side of CB South here, I mean, you're happy. You're really happy. Bayern, this is not like... I might be wrong. I know Bayern was here last year. I feel as if Bayern's even a sub. They're a sub, I think. So the fact that they're having this great, like, I want to look. What rank is Bayern? Bayern's unranked. Hasn't played this game in a while, I don't think. But they're an absolute just force to be reckoned with this game. Which is absolutely absurd. I mean, I don't even know how to... It's hard to really say how good some of these players are because of how... Oh my god, a phenomenal paranoia though. Flash comes down, Bayern in a rough spot. My glaze will not matter. Spike finds the kill. A crazy performance. Protein gets one, gets a second, trying to bring it back, and Spike's gonna be able to cancel it for a little bit, but no Spike. Paladin with a double! But that double will not matter. A very scrappy round, but it will be CB South to come out on top. Looking like either team could have won that out, but oh my god, that was amazing from the side of Carlisle with how much util they just sprayed onto Bayern, whether or not it was the paranoia to start it off and then the salvos to end of the kill. It was really just a dominant start to that round, but unfortunately, just that heavy weaponry is going to favor the side of CB South so heavily. This time now, they're going to buy into this. They're really buying into this. I don't know if I like this. It's a little bit weird to buy into this, however, especially with Vandals, because that's the same against light shields that is with heavies. And you're going against a lot of heavies, so... Or not a lot of heavies, I guess, would be the correct wording. Protein with an outlaw makes a lot of sense. Only 2 players you can't one-shot. Drago's going to be able to get taken off this angle, and... Oh, they're going to be really in a rough spot, trying to make something happen. However, we do see Wandel Slay on the site, trying to make something work. So far, though, they're just working around, able to see the guns, able to get the kills. 2 kills, making it a 3rd, make it a 4th, and CB South take another round. Oh my lord. How is Bayern doing this? I can't even begin to say how crazy this is a phenomenal team. And the fact that the immortal player on this roster doesn't even have to be here, and they still put up this insane performance. It's just... Like, I mean, obviously Christian's the GOAT. Artie is the greatest player I know. But to be only 8-8, I mean, this is insane. This is outstanding. Like, the performance I'm witnessing is actually just nuts. We'll see whether or not they can keep it up. Obviously, it's going to be unlikely to keep it up. Oh my god, Protein finds a kill onto Paladin. This is going to be them trying to duplicate what Carlisle was really investing in a lot last game. Or not last game, but last half, where they would be the team to really go in aggressive. They would be the team to push up. Paranoia connects. Drago finds a couple. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be hearing these footsteps, but he's just a little bit too scared, possibly. Oh no, already going in, finds one. Magical's gonna be able to trade it out, but Vines gets the next. Magical gets a double, but it's just not enough. Match point reached, and oh god. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but this is just the power that the... This is the power that the Independence division holds. I mean, every single team is freaking nuts here. We saw the same thing happen yesterday from an Independence team versus the number 2 seed in the PIEA, where Greater Altoona almost lost to Perkiomen Valley, the team that I believe came like 5th or 6th out of every Independence team. Like, oh man, and now it's the same thing where CB South, a team that didn't even make playoffs in the fall, is doing the same exact thing. It's just how good this team is. It's absolutely outstanding. Paladin's able to find one, though. See if they can keep it up. Protein gets a double. They do have the ultimate, but they won't invest into it. Magical ML will be able to secure the kill. We'll see whether or not they can find anything else. It's a 2-for-2 trade. That definitely... Oh, that's gonna be rough. Obviously, buying down. That does mean that there's a big advantage going into Carlisle's favor with that absolutely nuts player off the board. And a bit of a fake, not even a fake rotate. They're just kind of keeping their positions, holding it out, possibly forcing some differences in ideas. But Draco's going to be able to hear most likely if they rotated. So, honestly, I think you're going to keep the Killjoy over towards A. That'll probably be the preferable option, at least in my mind. I don't know the exact reaches of footsteps, but I'd imagine Drago can hear. Artie does find the kill.
Down A.
At this point, Artie pushed up, very minimalized. Smoke's going to come out, keeping some pressure, forcing Artie to not realize where they are. Blast Pack's going to be activated from Verlier, and Now they want to go in. Oh, look at that
30
shot.
seconds left.
Not able to connect onto the head. Make their way. Lana Del Sway gets a double kill. Closes out game 1, 13-4. Absolutely absurd. And I will say, I mean, Artie insulted me a lot of times before this about like, oh, you're playing in an easy division. Obviously, you're going to be in elite division next semester. But oh my God. Wow. I mean, this is absurd. The fact that like we saw one player go 21-9. That is rough. That is rough. We're going to go to a quick little break. Make sure to stay tuned because this is going to be a really, really long one if we know anything about these teams. well, we're heading into game number 2 after a dominant game number 1. It really is seeming like CB South is taking the thick of this game and is absolutely rolled with it. So after game number 1, you got to imagine that this is going to be difficult. OKO subbing in for Carlisle. So certainly going to be an interesting see what they can do, what they can make happen. But it will be subbed in for, I believe that was, Verlier. Somebody who I didn't even see playing too much in the spring season of PIEA. So we'll see what they can make happen. Verlier used to be on the team back last year. I remember, especially in the fall as well, came in this time. OKO, don't know a ton about them. I remember them in a couple matches, I believe, and we'll see what they can do, what kind of magic they can store for us. Similar compositions from both teams. Carlisle running a little bit more of a, egotistical, I guess, with both a Reyna and ISO, trying to play very self-centered for those kills. Meanwhile, CB South going to be on a little bit of a less selfish role, with both duelists playing a little bit more for the team, with that entry-based duelist online, Reaper on that Vice. I remember seeing Reaper on the Vice during a bind match, so definitely interesting to see what they can make happen on the Sentinel. I think that was something that really did have a little bit of a dividend reached for the side of Carlisle. I don't know how I feel about this, though, because I feel like Carlisle picking Haven is a little bit odd to me, because this was the only map that my team was able to actually do anything against them on. Obviously, I don't play for a very good team, so any map is going to be bad, but you take into account some of the maps where we would go 2-13. This one, it was Ascent and Bind where we really got destroyed by them. This time, however, Haven was the only map where I believe we got like 6 rounds against them, so it wasn't even that good, but it was 3 times as many as some rounds, so we'll see what they can make happen. Obviously, the Cloven, interesting one. It really seems like they're just going to try and fight, and I think fighting works. I think especially in a league like PIEA, where you really don't need to have a good team comp, you don't really need to have a brain, you can just shoot your enemies and you'll win. Like, this composition is almost perfect for it. We'll see what CB South can do with a little bit more of a standardized comp. Obviously, the double duelist, definitely an interesting adaptation. Both teams have gone for both maps now. We'll see, though. Obviously. Ooh, a little bit of an aggressive push. And as the gates go down, we see A site being attacked. Instantly, some real aggression is going to be shown with Bayern just kind of making noise. However, an instant rotate has approached, with both the KO and the Jet really inputting themselves high in C. Let's see what they can get. Obviously, we will be seeing a little bit of a contact between Oko, probably. Oh, and already secures the kill. However, they might be forced into another engagement. Tailwind gets activated. Paladin gonna be in a rough spot, needing to take some shots. Won't be able to get too much. Oh, no. A 4v5 post point already impacted. Oh, God. Already so pushed up here. They're gonna be... Magical finds one, but that one is not gonna lead to a second by the looks of it, with already pushed up so much, but they still find the pick. A phenomenal way into this game. Reaper's in this rough spot. Protein other side, but Reaper still gets the elimination. Reaper gonna be trying to trade off their teammate. Let's see if Reyna can do anything. Spike trying to get it, but they will. In the end, it's 2 players walking through garage, buying opposite side. Oh no, the time is not there. But it is so there, and they don't get him off bomb. Reaper gets the spike defused, 0.3 seconds. Barely able to make it out. I mean, that was way too close for comfort, but it really was. And just Magical ML doing a great job at taking control over Garage, leading to them able to win the round. I think for the most part, CB South played that amazingly. They went into the round in a 4v5 post-plant scenario and led to them just not being able to close out. So, we'll see if they can bring it back. Let's see what the adaptation does become. And they run the same thing. It seems as if Carlisle's learned their lesson and will be buying a little bit heavier into this round with a lot of sniper rifles on the table. And Paladin really going to be putting the work in, finding out buying. 1 stinger down. Can they find anything more? Oko's going to be holding the angle. Nothing to reenact. And oh, missiles down. The salvos to not connect. It's being realized that this was a full buy. The question becomes, will Carlisle be able to do anything about it? Oh, the shot goes wide. Oko down for the count. Already secures the kill. Smoke's coming in. Dark cover's activated. Lana Del Soleil finds a pick in garage. Shots go down. Artie's going to be taking the front of it from the smoke. However, Drago on a little bit of verticality. Looking for a flank from Drago. Not able to get anything. Lana Del Soleil on a triple. And that's going to do it. Another eco round converted from the side of Carlisle. Or not Carlisle. Onto the side of Carlisle from the side of CB South. Taking this round absolutely dominantly. Coming into this next one, Reaper doing a similar thing to what we saw last game, where after the first round they did still buy into it. They didn't really find themselves too afraid. And they could buy 3 rifles, but doesn't seem like 3 rifles will be the case. They will go for double. And I think it's interesting having a Reaper on a rifle. I feel like putting it onto Spike or even Oko would make a little bit more sense, just because you get a little bit more utility out of eliminations rather than something like a Vice, who's a little bit more standardized in their utility. Trades come out. Magical ML will find one for their troubles. However, that's already a rifle converted. So, definitely not the scenario you want to be in. Drago gonna take a little bit of damage. Paladin, last one alive. Spike able to find one. Biden's gonna be able to get the trade. However, Lana Del Soleil on a double once more. Gonna be able to get this back in their hands. Ooh, it's all up to Reaper. Now, they do have a rifle in hand. They might want to save it, especially since there's 50 shields still produced, and they want to get some kills. They want to be able to try and fight. Spotting out one. No kill found. Drago, I believe, takes a little bit of damage, but... Oh, and Reaper sprayed through the smoke, and that just leads to a very, very rough spot. I don't know if it was whether or not they put out the flash or what led to that, but Bayern certainly not going to let them get out of grasp. I mean, oh, this economy definitely looking a little bit weak.
Now we wait.
Lots of stinger, or one stinger, I guess, but Magical ML, no shields whatsoever. That also is going to be 3 light shields.
Rip and tear.
Already, though, very much aggression onto the A site. Spike solo holding this. Lear's going to be there, but it won't find anything. Artie's going to take the engagement, and Spike will fall. Now it's all up to Paladin trying to make some kind of hold. However, it just won't happen. Spraying through the smoke, no connections. Oh, one connection. And Rice trying to get up, but Drago not going to let him make any type of pressure. Instantly destroying the flower. Reaper trying to make their way in. Paladin finds the kill. Reaper gets the second. Paladin! Oh no, it's a 3v3 situation now completely brought on its head. This is going to be a hard post plant. Lana Del Soleil is going to be able to take out one. This is a very strong wall, and Lana Del Soleil closes out the round with the help of Artie. Secures the last 3. A triple kill to find this ending. Lana Del Soleil, after Bayern was really the game changer last game, this time it's been Lana Del Soleil who's been absolutely dominant. Remember, last year Lana Del Soleil was on that Viper role quite a few times. This time, switching over to something like a Killjoy, definitely an odd idea, but you can't hate it by any means. Something else interesting about these teams, you know, it's actually kind of fun. We will see Carlisle CB South as a rematch from last year during the quarterfinals of PIA, I believe. That state championship was gone, and obviously it was Carlisle to lose back then as well. This time maybe some kind of difference, but by the way it's been looking. Bayern finds the first. Bayern gets a double. Now with the overdrive active, they want to make something, but Artie will fall. Bayern gets a triple kill. Looking on the ace. Possible, but unlikely. With Spike and Magical ML, 2 very strong players. Spike's going to be able to hear him out. Oh no, Magical ML going to be able to finally get their way back in and able to connect it. Oh, ult active, not to find anything. They will clear back sight with that one. Drago finds the kill onto Spike. Protein ends it. And shutting the door once more. Rough scenario to be sure, with Bayern just able to make such a good entry, shutting down every defender. In a scenario like this, you gotta imagine that CB South They're starting to get possibly a little bit overconfident. Definitely not a team known to troll, though. They close out games, and they do it well. So we'll see whether or not they can do it again, how they're going to be able to do it, or whether or not Carlisle's going to be able to come on it back. Empress active, trying to make something. Spike, aggressively put in. Oh, the shot does not go. Their presence will be detected, and that will limit their utility. Rotation seems to be called. But, as we can note, Magical ML is ready. Oh, and they're going to hear it. They're going to be starting it off strong. Can they get anything? Yes, they can. Finds one. Buying down, but that slide left their crosshair too long of a distance to cross. Oko making their way onto CT, but the flash, all the smoke. Oko so aggressive. It won't return in their favor, though. A little bit of a gap in the smoke, trying to make something work. Nothing so far. Lockdown active. That's going to close the chances, but oh my gosh, they're running straight on in. Oh my god, Oko will be able to close that one, but it's a rough scenario. And now with the lockdown in play, everyone's going to have to be waiting. It's a 2v3 situation, but time is not on their side. They got to go in. They do have one smoke remaining. Oko trying to make something work with it. After that, though, Reaper's going to be in. Oko trying to make some kind of spray. They connect onto one, but only one. Finding that kill is going to be big, but there's the Steel Garden locked on. Oh, look at that shorty in the smoke. Oh my god. And they go and they boom, boom, boom. Trago on a 4K. Collect round number 5. Already halfway through the first half, it seems as if CB South has been completely just dominate throughout this entire game. They've barely been able to lose rounds, and it's the same thing as what we saw last game where they lost that pistol. We'll see whether or not they can change it up, but oh god. The economy looking really good. The weaponry looking really good. It's not a situation where you can say these teams are looking bad. We'll see what they can make. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. This is going to be a really rough situation to get through. And there's already the first ultimate trying to bring it through. Already finds one. Paladin gets a double. Reaper, the utility. This is Overwatch we're playing here. Protein, possibly to be rezzed. Drago taps it. And they spray right on through. No beans. Drago popping it once more, but the health is down. Paladin secures the kill. Lana Del Slay working around. Finds a double kill. Equalizes this in the 2v2 situation, and they do have from the shadows. Do they drop it? Oh my god, Drago. So aggressive. So good. Finds one. Ult's there. Second life. But no, Paladin. And now you just gotta run. You just gotta run. You don't even need to fight this. Oh no, they're not even gonna run, but they just know that this kill is inevitable. Oko falls. 6 rounds converted. And CB South will make their stand once more. Lots of ults. And honestly, that looked great. Paladin with that utility. Able to connect to. Reaper as well. Able to get one with that trap. It's just so rough. It's such a rough situation to be in. And you really can't discredit either of these teams with how good they've been looking. But oh, it's going to be very, very difficult to make any type of improvements here.
Snuff them out.
Oh, man. We see CB South. Very similar setup to what we've seen all game. Possibly a B hit, though. First time we've seen this out. Cyan going in. Oh, gonna pull it up the fast lane, but the fast lane finds nothing. Already finds one, but he's gonna be stuck on site. Yep, and they finally make their way in. Spike is here, ready to fight. Lear's gonna be active, but it does not connect onto Artie. Doesn't matter. They get the kill either way. Spike converts another, able to take the lead, looking to close this gap in rounds. Can they do it? Still, this is Lana Del Slay and Protein. 2 really, really strong players. Protein down, all up to Lana Del Slay. Not able to find anything just yet. Vulnerable active, finds one. Looking to convert a second, but Spike will close it. 3K on the round and 2 rounds converted. Finally able to stem this bleeding, but after 6 in a row, it really does start to ask the question, will they be able to close it? This gap is a little bit too strong in my opinion.
Now we wait.
We'll see, though. I mean, definitely not a situation you want to be in. I don't know. Oh, smoke's gonna be online. Trying to make something. Ooh, already though, 2 players inputted into garage. We will see the drone active at least a little bit. Oh, maybe this Teo in a bit of a bad spot, but Magical finds one classic. Paladin gets a double. And after that, oh, we go over to Artie, able to connect one. It's a 3v5, or 3v2, sorry. And Artie on the flank, not seen, not called out. Tailwind activated, forced to rush out. And Artie gonna have to double up here. They know everything. They've seen him, but Spike gets one, Paladin gets the next, and CB South are starting to crumble. We'll see whether or not that will continue, because after that round, it looked really, really good for Carlisle. Able to find 2 kills at the start, and then Paladin gets a second, making it a triple kill 3v5 situation. But honestly, I think either team could win this. It really is so even. This firepower, though, it's really seeming like this is going to favor the side of CB South with just how good each and every player has been looking. Oko, definitely a strong player, but I mean, this is their opening match here, so I don't know how much I'm going to really put in my stocks into him. Meanwhile, players like Paladin, Spike, Magical ML, Reaper have all shown time and time again that they are really, really strong. Oh my god, Artie, though, not caring about the double shield. Artie gets a second. Spike down. That's both duelists converted off the board, and Spike's gonna go off as well, leading to a post plant. Ult's gonna be there, but it's not gonna matter. Pine with a judge just running this game. Now they want to go even further. They will go further. They find another judge in hand playing around, and oh, Oko gonna prove me wrong at least a little bit, but not enough. Artie with a triple kill and closes it out with a Blade Storm. 7 rounds already. They've already won this half at minimum. Will they be able to convert more? That's the question. I think realistically, if you're betting on this, I mean, I know that I favored CB South coming into this matchup. Whenever I scrim CB South, I always get rolled. Whenever I scrim against Carlisle, or not scrim, but whenever I play against Carlisle, it's a little bit closer, but it is always, it's always at least, I feel like I can do something. But honestly, I was not expecting it to be this one-sided. I was really thinking that Carlisle was going to put CB South in their place. Ooh, it's going to be a difficult one. Ooh, Spike. Going to go up. Having a rough spot. Oh, we'll have to wait and see. Spike going in. Oh my god, look at that peak. They do convert a couple shots, so definitely not the end of the world. Even though it was very aggressive. Buying, though, pulling out the overdrive once more, trying to get some kills, but Spike gets another 4v4 situation. Make it a 3v4 situation with Reaper on the flanking, but they will be shut down. Already able to close out the kill. It leads to this Omen ult just going down onto the site to really scout it out. Rago going to be able to determine nobody is here, so it is safe for the picking. And yeah, if you're on this defensive side, you got to be a little bit weary. And we kind of see that from what both this Arena and Taylor are both looking for. Oh, but this smoke, I don't think they're going to expect it. I don't think they're going to expect Drago in here. Do you walk out? You don't walk out. Artie finds one. Drago finds the second. And now it's just a flanker. Will they be able to make anything happen? That's a real question. Oh, Drago down. Magical ML looking to make something. We'll see whether or not they can do it. There is going to be the lockdown on the side. Oh, this can be rough, though. Magical ML, as soon as they pop this, they're going to know, but they've already spotted him out. Shots go in, but no. Rondell Slay finds the kill. 8-3. And Carlisle is still unable to really make a change. And oh no, I think it was really just such a desperate situation, especially after Bayern dropped that overdrive. I mean, that's such a powerful ultimate. We've seen Bayern able to do it time and time again, where they keep it in their hands and they make it work. Coming into the last round of the half, I don't know what I'm expecting. Oh. Wow. Already, Carlisle gonna be pushing up. Trying to make something with Spike. Very inputted highly. Now,
You should
not a lot of mollies from the side of CB South, so there is a good chance it does get something going. Oh my god. Wait, this isn't gonna call him out either. Spike finds one, but there's no time to get away. Wait, no, you don't walk into the lockdown, surely. I think they have to stay there. I low-key think you have to stay there if you're Spike to find any type of value. But you know what? It probably wouldn't have mattered either way. There's going to be the ISO ult. Let's see if they can find anything. Oh, Magical Mel. Shut down by Artie. Oko peeks in, finds one. Able to get traded out, but Artie on a triple kill. Finally getting taken out. Reaper gets one, but Drago, last one alive. Trying to make something. Protein still standing. But Reaper closes it out. A 4-8 half, and honestly, not the end of the world for either team.
Clutch.
Oh,
This
wow.
world will know my name.
This is definitely not
Switching
the
sides.
greatest situation. Definitely CB South, though, looking great. Already finally revitalized. After game 1, I was a little bit concerned for how well they were going to play, because if Bayern was just having, like, an on-match where it was, like, not, like, a crazy situation, and then, like, Artie was having an off day, like, I was thinking maybe, yeah, Carlisle comes back, wins map 2, but Artie definitely just showing that it was just one game, came back, won it out with a 17-8 scoreline. I mean, this is like Artie's like first, second time on Duelist anyway, because this is my smokes player right here. So obviously you love to see them switching it up, because let's be honest, you can really tell from this stat line, like, yep, they should probably be on the Duelist role. Already having a Sheriff in hand. Let's see whether or not they can find out Reaper here, because they will be taking engagement by the looks of it. Oh, never mind. Just going to hop over to the C site, looking to help the team. We're not going to be able to really take him offline with already a kill coming in. And oh my god, Fine's on the flank. Oh no, Magical ML going to be taking one for their troubles, but it's going to be the side of CB South with another great round, just holding out on the C site. Ooh. And Artie with a Vandal in hand. Yeah, that does make sense. Let's see. Will the side of Carlisle go for the same strategy that CB South has been running, that's been working so well for them? It seems like the answer is no. We do see Magical ML possibly running it down with an Ares. Definitely an interesting weapon. Not my favorite. And okay, CB South with 2 judges in hand. I actually love that, because they're both playing over on the B and C A site respectively. Oh, Artie gets the kill. Finds that elimination very strong, but is going to have a couple of bullets go wide, needing to back off. And I think they realize it based off of the audio cue of that ISO shield. Lots of players gathered on B still. We saw Drago and Protein gathered up here at the start of the round. They still stand strong. Protein with a judge. Going to be really desperate to get rid of that if you're on the side of Carlisle, because that judge is so volatile, especially when you have no shields. It's a one-shot kill half the time. Artie needing to get something here, but oh my god, Magical ML is going aggressive, and they find the kill. That is an absolute demon of a shot to take. Oh, Protein gonna keep on taking these wide angles. Bayern finds one. Wandel Slay on the flank as well, and that might just do it. Yep. Protein gets the kill, and now both judges running it down Garage, trying to find any which way. Spike gets the kill, but the Vandal has been picked up, so it's a great idea from them to start walking Garage to pick that up, and you gotta give them credit where credit is due, because it's these small things that you can really see are what allows them to keep their economy up each and every time. Oh, not sure what that was, but Artie getting back on the Vandal. Wow. This is a game.
I'm out of here.
Whew. I mean, CB South, they've constantly been the challengers. Almost every single year, making it bare minimum semifinals, I believe. What it was. I believe they made semifinals against Garnet Valley last year. And then 2 years ago, it was grand finals against Garnet Valley. So this year, we'll see whether or not they can make it the same. As of now, though, we will see Oko staying right in front of this door. Any which way they could be peeked, but Ian already on the flank, and oh my god, Bayern has been absolutely just demolishing and dismantling this team by just going into the spawns. Finally, Spike is able to limit them. And limiting them is really good, because you don't want to see Bayern here any longer. The Zayo is going to be down, so Paladin offline. It's going to leave your post-plant capabilities a little bit weakened, but it's not going to be the end of the world because, I mean, if you can get the kills, it doesn't matter if you're playing a post-plant. Protein with a Ghost shut down by Spike. Wandel Slay, though, going to keep it at a 3v3, equalizing this player deficit. Drago pushed up, needing to get something. Artie's able to get the kill. However, this post plant's gonna work at least fine for them. We do see Spike on a bit of a flank here. Drago able to hear him. Spike gets one. There's Oko as well, and that's gonna do it. Spike with a 4K, able to close out a round. Thank God. Thank God they did not let bonus get converted, because that would have been tragic. Anyways, CB South definitely in a strong spot. Artie gonna have a lot of chances here. With even if they lose this round, they will probably have the Blade Storm on one. Only needing 2 ultos. So realistically, they die, they get 7, they get a kill, that's 8. Don't really have to care about money. Don't really have to care about economy. You know who does? It's gonna be Bayern. But it doesn't seem like Bayern does really care because they have a Bucky and in their opponent's spawn already. Somebody had to have heard this, right? It must have happened. Protein's gonna fall, and Oko's gonna be able to get the kill. A great disciplined approach to the round. Able to shut down one. Drago, though, hitting up towards the B site, and oh, they find one, despite the shield! Oh my god. Despite everything, they still get even more. That's an uncomfortable position to be in, but doesn't matter. Drago with the triple kill.
Spike down B.
It's all up to Oko. In a 1v3 situation, Spike not available. Isolates the one, but Wanadil Slay doesn't matter. Oh. 11 rounds already. CB South. It's really been a team effort, too. You can see even with Protein having 5 and 13 as their scoreline, 15 assists. Crazy stuff coming down there. And obviously, KO probably, at least in my opinion, the most assist-based character in the game. Just because anything you do basically gets you an assist, but it is still impressive, nonetheless. Look at players like this Reyna, like this ISO, both of which are having a lot of utility. We do see the Empress active. I don't know if it's going to get much value here, but we'll have to wait and see. ISO, a really strong character on a map like Haven. Usually ran with something like Yoru, but trying to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to getting picks. We'll see whether or not Spike can make anything happen. Already, though, pistols are not good. In a situation like this where you're going up against somebody like Bayern, especially, who's so mobile, having these non-automatic weapons really does leave you in a bad spot to have to be excessively precise when it comes to your gunfights. You see? Protein getting shot out a little bit. Not to connect too much. As of now, Magical ML finds one. Drago finds a double.
Spike down.
It's a 3v3 situation once more. The Empress is still online, so nobody rotating, nobody lurking from the side of Carlisle, so it leaves you in a pretty good spot in that regard. However, that also means you have to play 3v3 post-plant, where everyone's basically set up. Oh no, Artie finds the first off the bait, and Artie finding a double. Lana Del Slay gets another, and that's going to be match point once more converted for the side of CB South. But the money's still there if you're the side of Carlisle. You can't be too disappointed, and we'll see whether or not they can get full buys for everyone, including Spike and Oko, but oh no.
Match point.
Artie having that Blade Storm. They're probably not even going to want to use it here, just to save it, make sure their economy looks good. Possibly give the Phantom over to Bayern. Oh, never mind, they'll just give somebody else that money. Give him to Bayern, and
Placing swarm grenade.
oh man, oh
Placing
man.
swarm grenade. Placing alarm bot.
Oh, this game is absurd. Oh. Already? Bayern spotted out by the drone. We do see Wandel Slay holding this corner. However, I believe they will be in a really rough spot dealing with this. Paladin finds kill into Bayern.
Turret down.
Wandel Slay. Not seen just yet, but I feel like this is a bad spot to be in when you're going up against a lot of players coming from Garage. They're going to be able to spot you pretty easily here. We'll see whether or not that does happen. Oh my god, he finds one. Oh, wow. Oh, this second life. Oh my god, Protein finds one. Protein finds a second.
Last player
Paladin
standing.
closes it, but that's gonna do it. Protein on a triple kill after being called the GOAT in chat. Close out this game 13-5. CB South go up to the quarterfinals. Well, they'll go up eventually, but that's gonna do it. Yeah, so that's gonna be it. We'll be seeing y'all later. So make sure to stay tuned for the quarterfinals. Probably won't be streaming those, not gonna lie, but certainly a great game. Anyway, that's gonna do it from me here, just for the funsies. And yeah, so see y'all later. See you next time. Peace.